And the next one is the LTP 2021-2031 program plan update. This would normally go to the Finance and Performance Committee, but that would mean that there wouldn't be a report in November, so it's come here, and it raises a few issues. I'm not sure whether there's going to be an initial comment on it, or whether either or both of you are going to speak to it, or I'm not sure.
I can do that, Madam
You can do that?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
In relation to the matters that are attached to the appendices in terms of the progress we are making, I just want to reflect 2 points. The executive leadership team has looked very carefully both at the infrastructure plan work and also the asset management plan. We've done that over the last 2 weeks to ensure that we can start to bring that back on track. I am increasingly confident that we are moving in the right direction, but we will continue to be focused on that regularly at ELT.
Thank you. Right, so now questions. You're all good? Okay, would someone like to move that? Yeah, so Andrew moved, Sam McDonald second. Is there any discussion? I mean, I would like a discussion, yeah. So, Andrew.
Thank you. So I absolutely welcome the comment that has just been made by the Chief Executive, and that's in fact the reason that I didn't have any questions, because the questions that I did have been more than adequately answered. Anybody who was in the Finance and Performance Committee meetings in the last term of Council will be very aware that I regularly ask questions relating to levels of confidence around alignment of particular work streams, the infrastructure strategy, the asset management plans and service plans in particular, been ones that there was some concern around alignment. The memo which has been attached to this report calls that out very specifically, and it's good that it's been identified in that way. But what's even better is the update that we've just had, which shows that we're now responding to the matters that are raised in the report. And of course, there'll be ongoing reporting to the Finance and Performance Committee, the next one on the 5th of December, which will give us the opportunity for regular updates on this and any other concerns that there might be, and obviously the opportunity to ask any further questions to give us the required level of confidence at that time. So thank you very much indeed for the information in the memo. And thank you particularly for the update on the good work that's been happening since the time the memo was written. Thank you.
Yeah, and I would like to comment as well. So, I want to say how appreciative I am of the approach that's being adopted, because this feels like a momentum document. It's driving a process, and every element of every work stream is being assessed for where it's up to, and we've had an explanation about how the organisation is responding to the sort of yellow signal on asset management plans and infrastructure strategy. So that's really, really good. And I guess from a council point of view, knowing that we are straight after an election going to be signing off on a letter of expectations. So we sent a draft through, or I sent a draft through on behalf of the previous council prior to the election, and councillors have had a good opportunity to look at the draft, to discuss the draft, and we'll be in a position by the end of this month to update that into a final letter of expectations to the council as an organisation, so that they know the direction that we're going in terms of our responsibility to drive the governance of the long-term plan, and the leadership role that we have to play in terms of our communities. What it also, though, highlights is the significance of community board engagement and consultation with the community. And the more that we can front end that open conversation with our communities and with our community boards, it does enable people to see the sort of kind of strategic direction that we're adopting from a council perspective, but in time to influence the priorities that we will apply to what is a significant budget, both in terms of the capital program and in terms of our operational expenditure. there's a number of things that all of us want to see achieved in this next term. And, you know, I've sort of highlighted that with the establishment of the Momentum Committee. And momentum just means getting stuff done, you know, and driving that from a governance perspective. I feel we've got an organisation that's matching the drive from a management perspective, and that will, I think, be felt throughout the organisation. So thank you, Peter, for the incredible amount of work that you've done personally to be driving this process. And thank you, Dawn, for sort of kind of picking this up as an early focus, and to have you sort of by my side on the Momentum Committee as my principal advisor in that regard, I think is going to stand us in very good stead. So is there anyone else who wants to contribute to this debate? No? I will put the motion. All those in favour say aye. Those opposed say no. That's carried. Thank you very much.
Great.